Hey everybody, welcome back. My name's Rowan and we're playing Baldur's Gate 3. I know it's been a couple weeks since my last video. I apologize for that. I was sick last week, and then I spent a little bit of time figuring out some new builds for my characters. As you can see, I've got both Shadowheart and Rowan rocking out. It's easy to forget about this part of the game if you're not a bard, but you know what? It's actually a really cool part of the game. I might be tempted to make a full bard team. Maybe not on this particular run, but I don't know. Maybe that'll be my honor mode run. Alright, enough of that.
I've got a long road ahead.
Alright, so like I said, I respect my characters a little bit. So I guess I'll do a run-through of what I did with everybody. So Karlach is no longer a two-hander. Well, she is a two-hander. She's wearing a staff right now, but she's actually going to be a fire monk. Not optimal, but fun and cool, and I think somewhat lore appropriate. That's one thing that I made sure of, is that I made every character has their original class at least influencing the build to some degree or another. So, you know, the No More Monk Will, he's actually a warlock. Although he's not necessarily going to be full warlock, he's going to multi-class. Most of my guys are going to be multi-classed. I think all of them. Yeah, even Lae'zel. Yeah, they're all going to be multi-class to one degree or another. I think I've learned enough about the game to where I can make characters that don't completely suck. Except my own character. My own character is definitely not optimal. I'm going for a specific, very specific niche roleplay type build. But I will say that it works. It's not perfect. Definitely not optimal, but I've made the best out of what I've got. So, all right. So Karlach, fire monk.
Soldier.
Right now, I've got her wearing a kind of a smattering of random gear, but she's it's mostly appropriate for her. I'm looking for specific builds for all of my characters. You know, with specific gear and stuff like that. It's very difficult because there's not like a ridiculous amount of you know, super rare and super good items. It's mostly going to be a couple really good items mixed in with, you know, stuff like this, where it's not, you know, amazing, but it works. So anyway, Karlach, fire monk. She's got blood guzzler garb. She's got sparkle hands. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking I gave her the wrong piece of gear here. She's got sparkle hands to help out. She'll have some lightning charges and stuff like that. Adrenaline rush. Give her more wrath. She gets wrath from this one and from this one. This one gives her momentum. This will increase her unarmed attack rolls and damage. Increase saving throws while she's not wearing armor, which she's not. Everything here is clothing. Let me see. This increases her damage, or adds extra poison damage when she heals, or when she is healed, rather. Increase her throw damage if I decide I want to throw some gnomes or something. She is Karlach after all, not unheard of. And adds acid damage to my attacks. So, yeah. It's all to kind of increase. Now, she is going to have to use the Hill Giant elixirs and Cloud Giant elixirs at some point. Although it's not required. Let me show you her character sheet. She's got plenty of dexterity, which increases her attack and damage rolls as well. So she can do either one. If I forget to... I mean, she's obviously going to be Tavern Brawler. She doesn't have that ability right now, I think. Yeah, Tavern Brawler's not in this build quite yet. It will be added later. But once I do have Cavern Brawler, that'll significantly increase her hand-to-hand combat damage. But now she's going to have kind of a mixture. Since she's not raging, she's going to be able to maintain concentration on things like Searing Smite and Branding Smite. So these will add to her weapon attacks, fire damage to her weapon attacks. And then, of course, she's still going to have Flurry of Blows, and Fangs of the Fire Snake will increase her, well, Fangs of the Fire Snake is a cool little spell.
What next?
Yeah, pretty cool little spell, and then she'll also be able to,
Join us.
you know, do her unarmed strikes and stuff like that. It'll be very cool. She doesn't have a lot of ki right now, but it'll increase later. Okay, it turns over, so it disappeared. Anyway, this will be pretty good. It'll hit pretty hard. Let me see what her armor's not great yet, but it will be. It'll become better. Like I said, not optimal, but fun and lore appropriate. She's, oh, you know what? I guess she doesn't have Barbarian. But you know what? I think it is lore appropriate because her Barbarian build never really made much sense anyway, because she's all about fire. Hell, she catches on fire. She is fire. Like, her heart is made. It's an infernal machine. So, yeah, she's always burning a little hot. It makes sense that she's going to be doing stuff like that, so fire spec. Hence the fire spec. Okay, anyway, moving on. Shadowheart. Shadowheart is a cleric. And a bard. As you saw, she was playing the flute. She's very good at it. Flute's a sexy instrument, I just gotta say. Anyway, I used to be a musician. I played French horn for the Marine Corps professionally for 4 years until I had a medical issue that basically stopped me from... I don't know, let's just say God has a sense of humor. Anyway, so I really appreciate the music that's in the game. Anyway, so she's a cleric and a bard. She's going to be healer, basically. Healer and support. Maybe a little bit of control, but mostly healing. She probably won't be attacked very often because she'll have Sanctuary on her for the most part. But, let me show you something. This is going to get better also. But as you can see, her gear... will heal, or when she uses Bardic Inspiration, it will heal her. When she heals, it heals her. When she heals, anybody who she heals gets resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. In other words, Blade Ward. Let's see. So the second part of this is the most important. She gets momentum while she's concentrating, which she's pretty much always going to be concentrating on something. So she'll get momentum. But the more important part is that while she's concentrating, she can't be knocked prone or moved against her will. She's going to have basically she's going to have Constitution advantage on Constitution saving throws and proficiency on Constitution saving throws. Her Constitution's going to be very high because there's an amulet later on in the game. I haven't researched how to get it, but presumably I should be able to get that amulet that sets her Constitution to a high level, so that way, basically, she'll be able to maintain concentration very easily. Yes, her stats are, once again, not optimal, split up between Wisdom and Charisma. It'll mainly be Charisma, because most of her healing spells will scale off of Charisma. However, I do want her high enough Wisdom so that way her Perception doesn't suck. Bards luckily get, Jack of all trades and stuff like that, where it increases her proficiencies and her skills and stuff like that. Let's see. Let me go back. Sorry. I have to go back to the inventory. I forgot how to do that. Don't have an amulet on her right now, but she's got 2 extra hit points whenever she heals somebody. It's 2 extra hit points are added to that heal. And this one as well. When you heal a creature, it gains 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws, which is also known as Bless. So if she were to... And that's 2 turns. This is also, I believe, 2 turns as well. I think. But anyway, every time she heals anybody, so if she does an AoE heal, for example, she does this ability or she casts Aid. For 2 turns, they'll have both Bless and Blade Ward on them, with her casting 1 ability. Isn't that insane? That is insane. That seems overpowered, but we're totally gonna do it. It sounds awesome to me. Her bow restores level 1 spell slots 1 time for short rest if need be. She's got a shield, and she has Rain Dancer, so that way she could... actually, she's got Create Water twice. Create or Destroy Water twice. So she has it in her actual spells, and she's got the actual spell through the Cleric, and she's got it through that staff. I don't know. I'm going to replace a lot of this gear. Probably not this ring, and probably not these gloves. But, yeah. She's got extra heals down here if she needs, so that way she's not wasting spell slots. So Luna's Dream. This one's this is an AoE heal. So she can easily, if she needs to, have after, she could switch. Actually, she could probably wear any of these. Cast it right before combat, enter combat. Everybody's got Bless on them and Blade Ward on them. So, very overpowered, I think. I think it's going to be very overpowered. Speaking of overpowered, we also have Gale.
My magic.
Now, Gale is going to have a summoning / reflect build. And he's an abjuration wizard. So he's partly warlock. And let me show you something interesting with Gale. So, as you can see over here, Gale has a thing called Arcane Ward, which basically blocks damage equal to its charges, and then every time he does, you lose 1 charge. So, basically, if he's attacked once, it'll take 8 damage off that attack. Plus, he's got the spell called Shield. Plus, he's got Armor of Agathis, which does damage back to the enemy. Which is a Warlock spell. I intentionally chose the Warlock version of this because it will automatically upcast Armor of Agathis to whatever the highest level is. So once I get to the highest caster level, I believe it's going to be a level 5 or a level 6 spell. It'll be give us 25, 30 extra hit points and reflect that much damage back to anybody who attacks us as well. That's just from existing. He's also going to have an ability called Fire Shield, which you can actually make it a hot version or a cold version, and that will reflect damage as well. So both of those, basically anybody that attacks me is going to be hurting themselves. On top of my inability to be hurt. Or at least, I won't be hurt very much. Right now, my Arcane Ward is only 8, but whatever my Wizard level is, times 2. That's what my Arcane Ward can be. So once I'm Wizard level 10, my Arcane Ward will block 20 damage. Plus Shield, which decreases my chance to be hit to begin with. But if they do make it, they're going to be hurt quite a bit. Plus, I've got my spells. I'm going to have some control spells. And I'm also going to have some summons. I think they're going to be elemental summons on this character. So, minor and major, or greater elementals. So that'll take more of the heat off of, me and my party members. Or Gale and my party members, rather. And of course he'll be, with Shadowheart's ability to cast Create Water and stuff like that. She can upcast it, increasing the range that spell covers. So you'll have this big giant area that's wet. And Gale can cast ice spells. I think I'm going to try to make him focus on ice. Don't worry about this little thing. He's not actually a bard. He's just got a piece of gear that basically is meant for a bard, but my bard has a better piece of gear. So, if you have bardic inspiration, you gain 1 more use of it. Obviously, he doesn't have bardic inspiration, so he can't even use that. However, these gloves do increase his armor class by 1, which is why he's got them on for now. When he's standing in water, he can electrify the water. Resistance to cold damage. When he's obscured, his spell DCs are... he's going to be able to cast darkness, by the way. And ideally, I think I'm going to give him a ring or a helmet that allows him to see... Or, excuse me, makes him immune to being blind. So he'll be able to see in darkness. Misty Step. He's already got dark vision. It's not magical dark vision, though, so... and then, of course, this increases his Arcana and Religion. He's my intelligence guy, one of my intelligence guys, so, you know, if there are any, you know, environmental intelligence saving throws, maybe we'll get lucky with him. Okay, that's everybody in my current party.
All is ash and meat.
Now, let's go to Asterion. I didn't really do anything with Asterion. He's still going to be a ranger. He's going to be a rogue / ranger, so... He'll be able to do my stealing for me, like he's done thus far. Let's see. Lae'zel. Lae'zel is going to be my heavy hitter. Heavy armor, 2-hander. She's also an Eldritch Knight, so she'll be able to... she'll have shield, which will help her quite a bit. Let me see if I can pull up anything about her. I'm glad they added this, by the way. Yeah, so she's got intellect set to 17, so I've put all of her points into strength, constitution, and dexterity. So she'll still have 17 intellect, so her spells will land. She'll be able to have a few more spell slots. Some of her proficiencies, since she's got... well, it doesn't really show it, but... The reason why she's got proficiency in this is because she's got that ability that comes with Get Yankee, like ancestral wisdom or something like that, ancestral knowledge. Basically, she can choose either wisdom, intelligence, charisma, dexterity. She can choose one of these skills, abilities, excuse me, and become proficient in every skill underneath that ability. So right now, I've got her spec'd into survival, perception, animal handling, intimidation, and athletics, while her ancestral knowledge is under intelligence, so she's actually proficient in all of this as well. So basically, 9 times out of 10, I'm either going to have Lae'zel in the party or Gale in the party, since they're my intellect people. Let's see. Next, we've got Will. Will is no longer a monk. I've made him a warlock again. He's going to be a warlock and sorcerer, also known as a sorlock. I'm building him into an Eldritch Blaster. It's not going to be a perfect build, like pretty much all of my characters. Nothing is perfectly efficient here. He's going to be my lightning Eldritch Blaster. I'm speccing him into lightning spells for sorcerer. And he's even wearing some gear that contributes to this, if I can find it. Can I find it? I gotta figure this out.
I don't need any attention right now.
There we go. Alright, it's a little difficult for me to figure this out. Alright, so he's got the Lifebringer. When he has lightning charges, he heals. When he gains lightning charges, he heals 3 points. So if he gains 3 lightning charge, he should be healing 9 points, for example. And he will frequently gain 3 lightning charges. 2 lightning charges, actually. So every time he does damage with a spell or cantrip, he gains 2. And I believe, I haven't tested this, but I believe that his Eldritch Blast, when it splits into 2 and then 3 as he levels. So he'll get 1 blast, and then at level 6, right now, I believe, he has 2 blasts, and then at level 10 or 12 or somewhere at a higher level, his Eldritch Blast actually has 3 separate blasts that you can aim at different people or the same person, for that matter. I think every single one of those blasts will give him 2 lightning charges. So at level 12, he'll be able to use 1 blast. Each blast will do an extra 1 lightning damage. And then when he gains 5 charges, it'll consume them, and he'll do 1 to 8 damage on top of the damage he's already doing. So, since he's basically constantly using Eldritch Blast, he'll constantly be doing lightning damage. I believe it actually increases his chance to hit, too. Yeah, +1 to attack rolls, and deal a extra 1 lightning damage. So that's for each blast. So once he gets 4 blasts, he'll have +4 to his attack rolls, which is his chance to hit. And +4 lightning damage on every blast. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it does add up. And it's fun. And he's got extra synergy in his gear. I might give him some boots that do extra lightning charges stuff as well. I've got him wearing the poison damaging robes just because he doesn't have anything else to wear. He's got the braces of defense, which increases armor class, which is why his armor class is so high. He's got lightning blast. This is another synergy piece. Focus the electricity in your veins to strengthen your next lightning spell or cantrip. So he'll actually have some lightning spells once he gets enough lightning blasts. On hit, all of your... So when he uses this lightning blast, his next lightning spell will actually hit harder as well. Which he's going to have, like, chain lightning. I don't know. There's a few different lightning spells and stuff. And this is just a random jump ring. Yeah, that's basically it for him. He's going to have... be a sorcerer, so he'll have sorcerer points. He'll be able to cast a Eldritch Blast at 2 different people, each one having 2 different, 2 or 3, depending on what level he is, 2 or 3 different blasts. All of that giving him lightning charges. So I think it's going to be a pretty good build. I think it'll be pretty powerful. I think that's it. We got Lae'zel. I've explained Astarian's really not changing. Will. And then everybody in my party. Oh, and myself, which I really don't need to explain. I am, however, going to respect. In order for me to respect, since I'm an Oathbreaker, I actually have to renew my oath with the Oathbreaker Knight. And then I talk to Withers to allow me to respect. And then if I want to break my oath again, I have to go, I don't know, do something. Maybe I'll do it organically. Maybe I'll just go pick some random person to murder in the Druid Grove. Actually have an idea on who I want to do that with. Before it was this tiefling, but the tieflings are gone from the Druid Grove, so... there is one person that I think was kind of innocent in the Druid Grove, that they're really not relevant to any further quests in the game at this point. So if I do take them out, it's not going to hurt anything in the game. Might have to suspend some belief as far as our role-playing goes. My guy's technically a resist the Dark Urge, but he's supposed to be an Oathbreaker, so it's part of his shtick. But the reason why I want to respec, if you're curious, is I don't want to be forced to use pole arms. I do like weapon and shield, but pole arms are good. But I don't want to be forced to use pole arms. It limits me. If I come across somebody who's resistant to piercing damage, then I'm really gimped in that fight. I want to be able to switch between bludgeoning and slashing as well, if need be, if I come across an enemy who's resistant or immune to my sort of damage. So, while the polearms are great, I can't do polearm master. So, anyway. The reason I didn't do this off camera is because there's probably some special stuff I gotta go through with the Oathbreaker Knight, and I wanted you guys to be able to see that at least once. After this, if I have to do the respecking, I can do it off camera. No biggie. Like I did with all the others. There was no reason for you guys to watch me go through, you know, it took me 25 minutes to explain how all of this went. So it took me a lot longer over the last few days to figure out what I wanted to do with these guys, experimenting online, and no reason to make you guys watch me do that. And after this, you won't have to watch me do the Oathbreaker respects even. So anyway, here we go.
Ask what you will. Returning to your oath means relinquishing the darkness within you. Its evil must be banished. Your oath-sworn powers will return. You will be bound again by the decrees you promised to uphold.
Somebody gonna tell him? I'm the Dark Urge, bro. You can't banish the darkness.
It is possible. First, you must pay the agreed price. Material sacrifice is required to prove your words have substance. Do you wish to pay?
I think this was a mistake on Larian's part. They don't need to make a gold sink. They should have, you know, maybe made a quest or something like that. Something that's more realistic. If you break your oath as a paladin, all you gotta do is pay 1,000 gold. Can you get your oath back? No, that's not lore friendly, Larian. I mean, I get it. They had to put something in here, but this doesn't seem right. Isn't there some other way? I'm curious.
It was the bounty placed on an Oathbreaker's head. It was the sum placed on my own. This is the cost of your transgression.
Interesting. Well, at least they added something in there to kind of explain it.
The price is paid. Tell me, why do you wish to reclaim your oath?
No. That sounds right. Let's look at the others. Yeah, I'm thinking number 2.
Repairing what was damaged. Atoning for the past. Kneel, Oathbreaker. You swear to deliver righteous retribution, vanquishing your enemies, and aiding those who suffer at their hands. The oath of vengeance is once more yours to fulfill.
Okay, and it looks like it gives me a chance to fix my stuff, which doesn't matter because I'm going to be respected. I'll just hit accept. Well, that's pretty cool. Too bad I'm going to go break it. Should I break it? Maybe I should maintain it and then just break it naturally. I could still be a Vengeance Paladin, or maybe a Protection Paladin. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you want me to try to break it organically, or if you care. I don't think my character would have sought to reestablish his oath anyway. I did kind of break it somewhat organically, story-wise. I was supposed to kill the hag, but I bargained with her instead. So yeah, in a sense, I ruined that, and I broke it organically the first time. So if you guys want me to break it organically in the course of the story, let me know. In the comments, and I can do it off screen. I'll reestablish my oath on the next episode. Whatever, just let me know, okay? Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and talk to Wither's Respect.
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
That's another thing I'm going to have to look into. I have a couple ideas, but I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my money. And I want to make sure I have it figured out before I show you guys.
As thou desire.
Alright. And we can respec. Alright, we're going to be Paladin. Thinking Oath of Vengeance is still appropriate here. The Oath of Devotion. Vengeance. It sounds more Dark Urge-y. Like Dark Urge has tainted which oath I would do. It's okay. We're getting rid of the strength, just like we did last time. We're gonna be using the elixirs of Hill Giant Strength, and then the elixirs of Cloud Giant Strength when we're able to get those later. 1 second. Alright, so we're gonna keep our 12 dexterity. We're going to have... We're gonna use our... Actually, we're gonna use our hag's hair. We've had a hag's hair sitting in our bag. It's a constitution one for a long time now. So, yeah. We're gonna do 15 in constitution. It'll be an odd number that we can increase to an even number. We'll do 14 in wisdom. And we'll do 17 charisma. So, an odd number. There are ways to increase this stuff later, I think. Let's see. At least by a little bit. And we still have 2 extra here. $15, 17. Okay, that's why. 15. It adds up to 15. 12, 14, 17. And then a little later on we'll be increasing, I believe we'll increase wisdom and charisma. I think there's a way to increase our constitution even higher too, if I remember correctly. Anyway, we're going to check our, insight, medicine, perception, intimidation, and persuasion. Can't really change that unless I want to get athletics and religion, which I don't. Religion would be cool. Athletics would be cool too, if I were a pushing guy, but I'm not. But unfortunately, we're a wisdom-type character, so we're going to be taking perception, insight, medicine, animal handling. Is it going to be it looks like a +2 there. And then, of course, we've got charisma, so we'll be doing intimidation and persuasion. Okay. Alright. Confirm. Okay. Now we can go ahead and level. Okay. So, as a level 2 paladin, we will pick our fighting style, which will still be dueling. So we're still going to be doing one-handed and shield for now. If we need to respec again with the great weapon, then we will. But honestly, I don't think we're doing much less damage. Great weapon fighting is higher damage, but I don't think it's much less damage. And if we do great weapon fighting, we'll be losing out on armor class from the shields, at least a little bit. So this will do. Let's prepare our spells here. We're going to get all of the smites. We're going to get... I believe we get Bless and Bane. Both from Cleric, if I remember correctly. One moment. Alright, and we're also going to get Bless and Command. Compelled Duel and Command. My guy is going to be focusing on mainly combat spells, I think. He'll have some support, like Compelled Duel is a little bit of a taunt. Kind of. Yeah, forces an enemy to only attack you, giving it disadvantage against other targets. I think it forces them to attack me by giving them disadvantage on other targets. Because the AI chooses lower armor class enemies, and it chooses people that it has advantage on and stuff like that. It will avoid attacking things it's got disadvantage if there's a better target. It's pretty good AI design, in my opinion at least. It makes sense. Like if I'm, you know, in MMOs and stuff like that, tanks don't do a lot of damage. So knowing that as somebody who's running into a battle, the tank is probably the last person I would choose if I were a smart NPC. I'd go right for the healer. But, you know, anyway. Okay, so I think we're good there. Level up. We're choosing level 3. This is going to be different. So I'm going to have to go kill somebody to get rid of these abilities. Although this is a pretty cool ability. Both of them are, really. Alright, prepare spells. Now we can choose Bless. I don't need Heroism. That's a heal, not necessary. That's an action heal. I prefer bonus action heals. I think we get that from Cleric. And I think we get all the rest of these from Cleric, actually. No point in choosing anything else. Alright. Right, so here is actually where we're level 6. Don't worry, we've got more to go. But we're actually going to switch over to Cleric, so that way we can get our bonus action attack. Choose our cantrips. Cantrips are going to be Thaumaturgy, so we get our advantage on intimidation and performance checks. We're going to use Guidance, of course, that's natural. And we're also going to use Resistance this time instead of Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame we didn't really use for damage, we used it because it looked cool. Literally, that's why I used it. And I still think it looks cool, we'll probably get it later. But Resistance, on the other hand, is a cantrip. Concentration cantrip that gives us a bonus 1d4 on saving throws. Which we could use this every time we go into battle without penalty. And it'll help us against anybody who's casting spells on us at the beginning of the battle, at least. Subclass, we're going to go War Domain. That gives us War Priest charges, which allows us to basically have 3 attacks. We'll have our regular attack, our extra attack, and our bonus action attack, which allows us 3 smites per turn. Which is why this is not a horrible setup. The Luna is our deity. That's not changing. And then our spells. We'll go ahead and get Bane, Sanctuary, and our bonus action heal. Yep. It's tempting to get Creator Destroy Water, not gonna lie, it is very tempting. Even Guiding Bolt's tempting. But our wisdom isn't really that high to attack with spells for our cleric. It's really not, even our charisma is not that high. It'll be higher later, but that's why we're mostly getting utility. Bane, not sure. I might switch out Bane, because I think I'm going to have Shadowheart focusing on Bane. I'm not sure. No, we'll get Bane. That's part of our build, man. Part of our build. Alright, next level. We're going to go ahead and go back to the Paladin so we can get our feet. Check our prepared spells. No point in having this. However, we do have Searing Smite or Thunderous Smite. Searing Smite's a concentration spell. We're probably going to be concentrating on something else, so I will use it's a bonus action. Strong. You know what? I like it. We're going to go with Thunderous Smite. We'll choose Searing Smite later. We're going to get all the smites. I mean, we're a smiting build. Choose our feat. So our feat is actually going to be Sentinel. When an enemy within melee range attacks an ally, you can use a reaction to make a weapon attack against that enemy. Target ally must not have the Sentinel feat. You gain, this is the key one right here, you gain advantage on opportunity attacks, and when you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, it can no longer move for the rest of its turn. That part right there. So, there's no real tank in this game. I guess that challenge, whatever ability that I have, is kind of a taunt. But if anybody runs past me and tries to run out of my range, I'm going to do an opportunity attack, which will stop them in their tracks. They can't move after that for the rest of their turn. So if they're trying to make a beeline for my healer and they run past me, then they're going to have to stop in their tracks for the rest of their turn. And of course, you know, I'll chase after them. Basically, they're not going to get past me if they're running by me. They'll have to run around me. I think this feat right here is actually really good with the pole arms, because specifically two-handed pole arms, because two-handed pole arms have what's called extra reach. And I don't mean that in like reality, I mean that in the game. In reality too, but in the game they actually have a thing called extra reach. So basically you can attack things that are further away from you. Your melee range is extended. So basically people trying to run by you are more likely to be close enough for you to, for this feat to actually help out. But I'm going to take it anyway because it's very useful. And just because they don't run by me doesn't mean I can't run into them, if that makes sense. So, we have advantage on opportunity attacks. They can't move once we do an opportunity attack. And if somebody is attacked near me, I can actually make a weapon attack against that enemy as an opportunity attack. So, that's our first feat. Now we get our extra attack. More spells, looks like. Yeah, it's a new one. New smite. Nope, that's magic weapon. There's a new smite. Alright, let's get rid of protection from poison. Probably be getting that on the cleric side of things anyway. Branding smite. Marking it as preventing it from turning invisible. 2d6. That's a concentration and a bonus action. Or I can use Searing Smite as concentration and action. But this will cause them to take 1d6 fire damage every turn. And I can already see invisible enemies since I've got the special eye that Volo installed in my socket. Jeez. Alright, Searing Smite it is. This is everything we want. One moment. Okay. Alrighty, that's our build so far. We're at level 6. We got an extra attack. We've got a feat. Pretty much got everything we need, and we're well on our way to a decent cleric paladin build. Cleric of Saloon. Paladin of the Silver Lady. Alright. Now we're gonna go break our oath. We're gonna have to go to, I think, the Emerald Grove. Probably. And we're gonna go kill somebody that's innocent and has no use the rest of the game. Honestly, this is making me itch, just thinking about doing this, but I don't think I could pull off an evil character, man. I might try to make one, like a real Dark Urge, where I'm not resisting. But, I don't know, man. It makes me itch, like, doing bad things, even though they're just pixels. Anybody else like that? Just me? Okay. Alright, all the people are down here. Actually, if you go to where the tieflings were before, it is a ghost town. The merchant's still there, but the merchant was actually part of the Druid's Grove. Before, we were actually going to go up here, and there was a tiefling sitting up here next to this telescope here. And that was who we were going to murder before, but she's gone now, so... Just 1 second here. We're going to go to options, video, turn the anti-aliasing to SMAA. I honestly don't know if that makes any difference. I cannot see a difference. I don't know. I was given a suggestion before. Oops. No! Stay. Aw. Shovel! Damn it, shovel! Get on the platform! Use the lever.
Lovely day, this. But now, we're a long way from Waterdeep. Stop me yet.
Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is where all the people are. So we gotta find somebody innocent to kill. Thinking it's gonna be you. Apicusis. I don't know how to say your name. That's why I've targeted you. Kaga. I don't think Kaga died out here. Why is her body out here?
I just closed my eyes.
Are we really safe?
Alright, we're gonna have to go...
Alright, what
Separate
now?
all of our guys here. It's just kind of difficult to see the red. I'm thinking she patrols over here. You know what else we can do is we can actually get Gale to cast an illusion to lure all these people.
Nothing hurts anymore.
Dude, the bird. The bird is the one.
Best be on my way. Direct me.
Can't have that, bro.
A word.
Alright, Gale.
Adventure
Go over
awaits.
here. We'll try this again. This time,
As you wish.
gotta wait for them. Take your places.
Mind never quiet.
There we go.
Yes?
I don't think that's gonna work.
I can
I
do
need
that.
to be stealth when I do this. I also need to save it. Last thing I want is to find out that this isn't gonna work. Okay. Exit turn-based mode.
Why did you leave?
What to do? Out of sight, out of mind.
That didn't work.
Which way to the nearest library?
Try it again.
Our gates should stay closed.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
That ain't gonna work either. Dude, they stopped too fast. She needs to go back over here too.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
This will work when she patrols over there. I also have to do this quicker. Don't.
It's a gnome's life. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Oh, jeez, I really need to organize this.
Just out of
I'll do it after. Dang it. Not close enough.
One with the weave.
ourselves. Don't want to draw any attention.
There we go. Man. Alright. This is our... We're gonna save it. Please work. Attack. Is she dead? Did somebody say something? Alright, I really hope this works.
Need to find a way forward.
Still in my head.
Oh, yeah. Please tell me it worked. What? Oh man, I'm gonna be so mad if that didn't work. I don't think it worked. I think... Guys. I think I'm the wrong oath. No, I just killed an innocent NPC for no reason. I feel bad. And she was a cute little thing with short hair. I like him with short hair. See, is there a load of, like, what, just before I respec or something? Okay. Okay.
You have my attention.
Rather than make you guys go through all that again, I went ahead and respect off camera, and now my Paladin is the protection Paladin.
Much anger.
Alright, let's try this again.
How long were you chanting?
We're gonna save it, of course, of course. There seems good.
Wretched thing, pull yourself together.
Still alive. So that's progress. Better be cautious.
Alright. We should be good. Nobody's looking. Goodbye, Apicusis. Whatever the hell your name is, however it's pronounced. Okay, fuck it. Attack!
What's this? Feels like I've lost something.
That's what I was supposed to see. Even though I didn't know that was exactly what I was supposed to see. Okay. I'm not crouching anymore, right? Okay. Oath broken. There we go.
Very well.
How many will die the next time we throw open our doors?
Alright, let's go. Let's get far away and far enough away that we're not going to get caught. I think we're good, though. Okay. Alright, let's go back to camp. Now my oath should be broken, did it? We should go to camp and contemplate what happened and what comes next. As if this were like the first time this happened. Oh gosh. Okay. Alright, let's talk to the Oathbreaker.
Your resolve changes with the wind, Oathbreaker.
So you notice. Yes, yes.
For casting aside your oath, you will be reclaimed. This is
Why are
your
you so
fate.
big?
You're right, Oathbreaker. May you wield the darkness well.
Did you guys see Karlach dancing in the background? That was funny. Alright. Crown of Madness, Darkness, which I haven't used on this character yet. Did I get that at level 6? Inflict Wounds and Hellish Rebuke, which I will not be using. Aid. Well, let's look. I get that on Cleric, 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 Cleric. I don't get that on Cleric. I don't want that. And I get that on Cleric. This is one of a few reasons why Cleric and Paladin don't mix that well. It's because there's a lot of overlap. However, there are ways around it, and as you can see, not all of these spells are from Cleric. And some of them, I don't need to get from Cleric. There's other Cleric spells that I would rather get, and I can get these in Paladin. So, in a way, they do synergize. In some ways. It depends on how you look at it. Alright, I pretty much got everything that I want. We've got Searing Smite, Wrathful Smite, Thunderous Smite, Branding Smite. So we've got all 4 of our smites here. We've got our Command, we've got our Taunt, we've got Bless, and we've got an AoE heal. It's a small one that gives us temporary, or increases our maximum hit points until long rest. Okay. Accept. Alright, and I'm going to pause it while I do some organizational skills. Alright, so, just, not that it matters to y'all, but if you're interested in seeing how I have things divided up. Got my melee, got my ranged, got my smites, I've got my ranged spell attack, I've got all my heals, and I've got Sanctuary down here. It's kind of related in a way, protection type spell. I've got my commands and compelling stuff. I've got my concentration type spells here. These are concentration type buffs, debuffs, buffing my own damage. Put that on the bottom. Increasing my own, yeah, basically buffing in some way. And I've got a concentration attack here. Crown of Madness is another concentration type attack. Survival Instinct. Put that. Alright, we've got our Channel Oath spells. So this will use the Channel Oath. You can only use one of these per long rest, I believe. Short rest. One of these per short rest. Got Divine Sense, which is once per short rest as well. And then I've got all my little utility type cantrips, ritual spells, like. This is mostly how I have all of my characters organized.
What's next?
Mostly. Hey, I never said I was perfect. This goes up here. Bardic Inspiration, dude. I like bards, man. Bards are the shit.
This way.
Can't give up now.
Of course, Shadowheart's the shit too.
They should all be running.
Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a long rest. Wait, should I?
There is work to do.
She's missing a spell slot.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
She's missing some key points.
Salutations.
He's missing a spell slot. Yeah, I'm going to do a long rest, 'cause why not? I've got plenty of supplies, so... Bruh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Anybody need to talk? No. Alright. Encumbered. First things first, let's go through our potions. Got plenty. Plenty of this stuff, man. Because I'm keeping on top of my thievery, that's why. Jeez, these things stack up to 34. How come everything else can't, huh? Ooh, goes out here. I guess technically these can be carried by Karlach now, huh? The bombs, since she's the... Well, she's not really a stealthy person. Maybe I'll give them to, oh, they're in action. Maybe I'll give them to, Asterion. Alright, let's buff up. Drink. Take one of the potions of, animal speaking. I think that's good. Let's see, who do we want our party in the Grymforge? We want Shadowheart, of course. Karlach. Yeah, we'll have Karlach. She's got perception, right? She's got expertise in perception, so she'll be good to have along. Then we've got Gale, who's our intelligence guy. Shadowheart's got some perception stuff, too. Let's see. What you got? What you got, girl? Yep, she's got the same perception. What about me? Do I have perception? 5. So I've got 3 people that can basically, you know, 3 chances to sense things around me. Shadowheart will be my disarmor, I guess. Or will she? Ah, Karlach's got sleight of hand. And so does Shadowheart. So I got 2 people that can disarm stuff, too. I'll take it. I'll take it. And nobody's smart except Gale. Gale's the only smart one.
Not as bad as it could have.
I think we're set, guys. Yeah, I apologize. I know it's been a long... first half or first part of the video explaining all of my builds, but it was a long break, so bear with me. We're going back to the Grymforge now. Alright. Well, we're an hour and 10 minutes into this video. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this video as our, you know, kind of a place to leap off for the next one. Sorry if that disappoints y'all, but an hour long just explaining my, you know, my specs and my character builds and stuff like that. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of time left over to, plus it's getting late. I gotta work. I'm sorry, guys. For those that are into this kind of thing, I hope you enjoyed the video, even though it was mostly me just explaining my builds and my characters. We will take off, leap off from this point on the next video, and move on with the Grymforge. I know you guys are looking forward to that. Me too. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good night.
Stinky snakes.